those stretches. Gonna be loosening up the body, getting it nice and relaxed, relieving any tension that you may have. We're gonna be starting here on our sides with our lats. So it's gonna be the portion on the side of our torso. So laying on that side, we're gonna extend that arm out above us, and from about halfway down the side of your torso and up towards your armpit, we're just gonna roll back and forth, back and forth. Now, we can manipulate the amount of pressure that's being pushed into the foam roller by putting a little bit more pressure in our legs or this outreach arm. If we need to take some weight off because it's really tender, we can go ahead and do that there. Now, if you find a really, really tense point here, we can just hang out on it and think about breathing nice and deep all the way in and all the way out. Letting that go until it just starts to release that tension. Very good. Next, we're going to move the foam roller up a little bit to our triceps. So here, the back of our arm is what we're going after. And again, you'll see me pushing my hand into the floor. I'm taking off a little bit of weight here because my triceps are actually pretty sore here today. So you want to make sure that this isn't super, super painful. This shouldn't be a 7, an 8, a 9 out of that 1 to 10 rate of perceived exertion scale. Again, we want to be in that 4, 5, maybe a 6. Again, nice, easy, deep tissue massage at the most when regards to how it should feel. But again, just rolling in between the elbow and that armpit, we want to make sure that we stay away from the joint so you don't go all the way to the elbow there. And we're just focusing on the big muscle belly of that tricep. Very good. All right, next we're coming into the biceps. So we're gonna have to flip over. We're gonna be on our stomachs now. And for this one, I prefer to go with my thumb down. That's gonna allow us to get the top of our arm onto that foam roller. And again, manipulate how much pressure you're putting into that foam roller with your body and giving yourself the right intensity here. Again, it should not be extremely painful. If it is, take some weight off. And again, if you find that little point of tension, you can either hold it and breathe nice and deep, and then as that tension dissipates a little bit more, start to put a little bit more pressure in, or you can go slowly back and forth, a couple millimeters on each side of that tension point. And again, soft, slow breathing is going to help you relax into that a little bit more. Last couple seconds, and then we're going to move this on into our pec. So here, we're going to be moving that into our pec. We can put that foam roller at about a 45-degree angle, and here we're just going to be rolling along our chest a little bit. Now, again, here we can hold that area with tension. And another thing that we can do is instead of moving the foam roller along our body, we can move our body to get a stimulus on the foam roller. So leaving that foam roller in a point of tension, you find a nice little knot. We're going to raise our hand like we're asking a question in class, and then you can pull your elbow all the way down to your side. So bringing your arm through that full range of motion as you're putting a little bit of pressure into that area of tension, you're going to feel that same massaging motion. So you're moving your muscle over the foam roller now. Deep breathing. Try not to hold your breath here. And try to keep it calm. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and get on to the other side. We're going to do those same 4 stretches on the other side. So first starting with that lat again. Again, arm is out nice and long, about halfway down the torso. And if you want, we can also think about rotating along the long axis of that muscle. So if you want to face your chest more towards the ceiling as you roll, maybe sideways on, maybe you want to close off your chest a little bit. Again, experiment with different orientations here to find those spots of tension that we want to get in and massage and relax out. Now, again, just like we did with the pec, if you find something that's pretty tender and you just want to hold it there and move the muscle over the foam roller, for this one, we can move our arm and imagine that you're trying to scratch the middle of your back. So find that area of tension, hold on to it, and then bring your elbow down in front, and then scratch the middle of your back. Very good. All right, now we're going to, again, extend it out to our triceps. So roll that foam roller out a little bit further. And again, take as much pressure out of your body as needed by pushing your hand into the floor. And then again, thinking about rotating the tricep here on the long axis of the muscle so we can get different feelings, get in some different areas. Now, if you find a pretty tender area, again, go ahead and just focus on that. That's what we're trying to get into. We're trying to find those spots of tension and relax them. With this, we're kind of massaging the fascia of the muscle. We're bringing more blood flow to it, so gonna help increase its ability to recover from any strain, from any stress that we've previously put on it. And it could also be good for warm-up. So if you're doing a foam rolling before a mirror class, again, still bringing blood flow to the fascia, and that's gonna allow your body to feel more prepared for the work ahead. Let's flip it over. Let's go onto our bicep. Again, thumb down. So again, just mentioning on the topics, when can we utilize these foam rolling classes? We can do it before or after our workouts. Very beneficial at both times. Again, taking it easy, nice, deep, slow breaths. Again, making sure to stay away from our joints, but we can get that full muscle belly there. Trying to breathe in and out of the nose if we can. Again, breathing in and out of our nose engages our parasympathetic nervous system, allows us to relax a little bit more. And the more relaxed that we can be, the deeper we can get into these stretches and calm our body down. Very good. Let's go ahead and move it into that pec position. So again, 45-degree angle to your chest. Again, find an area you may need to lift your hips up a little bit higher, move around, maybe put a knee out to the side, and maybe just that foam roller, maybe it needs to be 35 degrees, 45 degrees, wherever it needs to be. Again, experiment, orientate your body in different positions. You can raise your hand up, pull that elbow down once you find an area of tension, to get into. And again, adjust that intensity by taking more or less weight out of that foam roller. Continue to breathe, keep it calm. Final few seconds. Very good. Let's go ahead and roll it on over. We're going to be sitting on our butts now. We're going to go to our lower limbs. So we got those upper limbs. Let's get into the lower limbs a little bit now. We're going to be going with our calf. So pick your favorite calf. We're going to start on the lower half of the calf. And again, we can rotate around the long axis of that muscle, going down the inside edge, going down the middle edge, going down the outside, wherever feels good. You can even go back and forth as you roll down and up. And then let's go ahead and get into that upper area of the calf now. So the bigger muscle belly there. And again, explore all areas. If there's a real big point of tension, you can go ahead and hang out there. We can flex and point our toe on those points of tension. And if you need more weight, you can always cross that leg over to give you more weight. My calves are pretty tight too, so that doesn't feel so hot. I'm gonna put my butt back down on the ground, put my foot out to the side, and then lift my hips up. So now I can adjust the weight much better. Let's go ahead and switch sides again. Same thing on the other leg, starting with the lower part, more in that Achilles tendon region. Again, relaxing it. If you need more weight, again, you're cross that leg over, giving that extra weight. If you need to adjust it a little bit more, again, manipulate how much weight you're putting into that floor that's on the ground. That foot that's on the ground, I should say. All right, let's bring it to the upper area of the calf. Slow and steady. And we can go side to side. That feels good. Nice. Let's go ahead now, bring it on up to our hamstring. So here again, staying away from being on directly behind the knee, but we want that full length of the hamstring all the way up under the glute to that upper hammy, all the way down to the lower hammy, right before where it connects behind the knee. Again, we can think about rolling down the middle, we can think about rolling on the outside, and even the inside. And for me, I tend to find that that's probably the most tender spot. So I like to spend a lot of time right at the inside edge, right up into the groin, doing a little internal, external rotations. Again, you find that area that's most tender for you and hang out on it. And relaxing into it. If you need more weight, again, you always have that other leg to weight yourself down more. Let's go ahead and switch sides. And same thing, explore that entire space, all the way up and down the middle, down the outside, down the inside. Deep breaths in and out of the nose, again, keeping us relaxed. Few more seconds here, then we're going to flip it on over to our stomachs and get the other side of our thigh getting into the quad. So let's go ahead and go there now. So flipping it on over. Again, same idea. We're going to be rolling just from above that knee all the way up close into our hip region. So you can see that my non-working leg is pinned to the floor, that knee is into the ground. That's allowing me to take some weight out. I'm putting a lot of pressure through my forearm, through my hand. The quads are pretty tight as well. So I want to be gentle, want to be nice and easy with it here. And here with the quad, if you find an area of tension, and a nice big knot, let me find one with you all. Find a knot, I want you to hang on it. There we go. And then you're going to pull your heel towards your butt. Ooh, staying in that same spot. Yeah, there's the goodness. And then slowly release that heel away from your butt. And just do that a few times, really nice and slow. Take those breaths. Try to relax. I know your body's wanting to tense up a little bit, but take your time with it. And let's switch sides when you're ready. And same thing, opposite thigh. Get a few long rolls. If that's feeling good for you, stick with it. If you find that knot somewhere in your thigh, we have that other option as well. We can always pull that heel towards the butt. Slowly release it out. Woo. It feels good. Here we go. Couple more. Almost there. Deep breath. Again, try not to tense up too much. We want to relax into this. If it's too much pressure, if it's too intense to where you can't help but relax, that's another cue that you need to take a little bit of weight off. All right, let's go ahead and push it on back to our knees. Let's do a quick little toe sit. We're going to finish off with a couple deep breaths together. So breathing in and out of the nose. Let's take that deep breath in. Hold it at the top. And exhale out. Reach those arms wide, 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 wide as you let that breath just easily seep out of your body. And one more time. Big breath in. Hold it at the top. Sip in a little more through the mouth. And let it go. Reaching those arms out, out, out. And that is it for us today. I hope you're feeling more loose and limber. I'm Lance, and I'll see you next time on the Mirror.